Yo, 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 what it do? What it be, y'all? It's your boy A&T, repping the game gang. You know we don't play none of that, all of that. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Stay tuned, because I always got hot content dropping soon. This is the last episode of Histories and Mysteries and Conspiracies, Season 2. Got a little new project in the works. Keeping that on the low key until I'm ready to drop that. So like I said, stay tuned. And let's get right into it. Let's set the scene a little bit. Set the setting. Let's go back to November 12th, 1865. A man by the name of Wilfred Voynich. He was an antique book collector, or he would be an antique book dealer, serving the youth. But we'll get to that, because in November 12th, 1865, in what is now Lithuania, our man Wilfred Voynich fought in the Russian Revolution. And when, Stalin took over and this dude Sergius Stepniak, a fellow revolutionary, died in 1895, Voynich ceased revolutionary activity. So he's 30 years going to war. And then he was just like, "Oh, my homie died. I gotta drop this. I gotta sell books." And we already know about the value of books, free papers. Shout out Scary Movie 2. But when in 1897, he became an antique book dealer and quickly became one of the premier antique booksellers in America, as he regularly took trips back to Europe to hunt for old writings. And in 1903, he acquired around 30 manuscripts from a private sale the College of Rome was holding. They was raising money or something. They was going broke. And they were selling some of their writings in their library. And apparently the sale was supposedly for the Vatican. The Vatican was supposed to purchase a number of manuscripts and then, put them in their underground library where nobody else could read it or something like that. But he somehow became a part of this deal. How he became a part of the sale, unknown. But the fact is he did, and he got these manuscripts. He lucked up. He had the right plug and he knew the right people in high places. You feel me? So he acquires these manuscripts. He starts reading them, all that, and he comes across one with strange writings. And he didn't really understand it, couldn't make out any of it. And this was odd, because Voynich was a man of 18 languages, knew 18 languages fluently. So him not knowing the language was odd to him. So plus he had experience with like coded languages like Bacon cipher, stuff like that. So not only did it have strange writing, the drawings and the illustrations in the manuscript seemed to be of plants and star systems that didn't resemble anything that would be on this planet. But during the last years of his life, Voynich tried everything to decipher not only the manuscript's contents, but its origins. He even tried to contact other scholars before his death in 1930 to help solve with the mysterious writings and illustrations. And sadly, Wilfred Voynich would die before he saw his book gain any kind of attention or notoriety in the academic world. He left the book to his wife Ethel after he died, and Ethel was an author in her own right, and she didn't really understand anything about the book either, couldn't make out anything. So after she died, the book found its way to Yale University in 1969, and there have been numerous attempts to decipher its contents since then. Thousands, hundreds of thousands have tried, and there has been nothing solid yet that would point to, hey, we've definitely found or definitively deciphered what the contents of this book are. And it still sits in Yale's rare book and manuscript library. Its catalog name is MS408, but to internet mystery lovers like myself, it's known as the Voynich Manuscript. With every detail that gets discovered about the manuscript, more questions arise. When researchers carbon dated the book, they found that it was probably written and illustrated sometime in the early 1400s, and its original author is unknown. But the biggest suspect in authorship is a Greek philosopher by the name of Roger Bacon. That is, honest to God, his real name. You know, you've heard of all the great Greek philosophers. You got Plato, Aristotle, Democritus, Epicurus, Diogenes, and Roger Bacon. If that name don't scream time traveler to you, I don't know what to tell you. No, I'm just playing, but it is an odd name for that time period for sure. It's not Rogerius, Baconius, or anything like that. No, just plain old. Just call me Raj, type shit. But again, there's no proof that Roger Bacon actually wrote this. There's nothing in his archives that would suggest this. But what is known about the Voynich Manuscript is that it was owned by an alchemist named John Marcy. And a letter was found in the book's opening pages written by Marcy to Athanasius Kircher, who was an expert cipher and a well-known scholar and philosopher. And basically, Marcy's letter revealed that his friend and previous owner of the book, George Bartius, had recently passed away and sent previous letters to Kircher and copies of this strange manuscript to Kircher before asking for help deciphering it. Now, copies that Bartius made for Kircher have been lost to history, but letters from Kircher back to Bartius basically explain that Kircher, he was a very busy man and had better shit to do than solve some alchemist puzzle book. But whether Marcy knew about the response letter is unknown. But what is known is that Marcy's letter also mentions that the book may have belonged to Emperor Rudolph II, who actually had a penchant for alchemy and occult trinkets and paying good money for them. And during Emperor Rudolph's reign, he actually took interest in philosophical studies and didn't really dabble into mainstream religion that was going on, like Christianity and Islam. And these beliefs and these interests in the occult have made him a very controversial figure, to say the least, in history. But at least he's remembered, if nothing else. And he's attached to one of the oldest mysteries in recent history that we have, and not ancient or anything like that. It's not like this is written language, obviously, and illustrations, but we just don't know who, what, when, or where they were written at all. But we do know that in Marcy's letter, he revealed that the king may have paid 600 ducats originally for the Voynich Manuscript. And this is believable because the emperor would pay hefty sums for strange occult souvenirs, and paying 600 ducats for an emperor, not probably chump change for him, And it is possible that he didn't record this purchase in his ledger, because after all, this was the emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. You can't have a ledger full of purchases of occult shit like rabbit's feet and garlic necklaces and shit to ward off vampires, bro. Like, what are we doing? It's cool, but a lot of the people in the Holy Roman Empire are gonna look at us kind of funny, like, what are we really doing here? We got a king out here not even really believing what we believe in, and this the king. What? So understandably, later on in his reign, of course, Emperor Rudolph was disgraced and exiled. Deception, disgrace. No, shout out Lion King 2 though. Solid sequel. But again, off topic. But he, of course, the emperor didn't divulge all of his spendings on the occult. I mean, of course, why would you when you're the Holy Roman Emperor, like I said? Now, The only thing that actually matches this claim of ownership to the emperor is that the emperor's physician's signature is on the first page of the book. And it's been verified by handwriting experts, history experts, all that. And the book could have been partial payment. This is theorized that it's been partial payment owed by the emperor, who was probably in debt after his reign, and he was exiled and not getting, that emperor check. And, probably was paid for as partial payment after Rudolph's death. But this raises two questions, okay? Number one, who was the original, since we don't know who, we don't have in his ledger when he purchased it or who he purchased this from, we'd have no idea where the book was before the emperor got it. If the emperor had it before the physician, as it's been theorized. So we have no idea who had the book before him, which would maybe help. But again, we don't have any clue, so there's that. And until, the book is deciphered, we may not ever know who was the original owner. And then, number two, like I said, how the hell did this alchemist, John Bartius, and then later on John Marcy, how did they get the book from the physician? Did they find it? Did they inherit it? Did they purchase it from somebody? Like, is this a cursed book? Did Gonturo Dim write this book? Shout out all my Witcher 3 players who get that reference. But it's odd that the emperor acquired this in 1600 though, because the book was carbon dated in 1400, right? So was it written in 200 years? Is that how long it took to write it, and then the author sold it to the king? I doubt it. Did it take 200 years to get from the other dimension to here, or the other planet to here? Possibly. That's what I'm thinking. Because until the writing in the manuscript is deciphered, or we figure out what some of these illustrations mean with these odd plants that don't look like anything from Earth, and the odd zodiacs that don't look like our star system, or even these dudes sliding into green, what looks like acid. I don't know what it is. It look like the Deadpool from Mortal Kombat 2 or something. Look crazy as hell. Until all that's deciphered, and we are no closer to deciphering it now than we were in 1969 or even in the 1930s when Voynich first discovered it. At least it bears his name now. He wanted to make it famous, and now his name bears it. He by proxy is famous as well. So shout out to I believe Wilfrid Voynich and Ethel Voynich for their discoveries, for their discovery, and for capturing the minds of internet conspiracy theorists and mystery lovers everywhere, because this is, and even like linguistics experts, cipher experts, code crackers, the greatest minds have tried, and nothing solid. Crazy. But hope y'all enjoyed the video. It's been your boy A&T, repping the GAMEGANG game gang. You know what it do. We don't play none of that, all that. Go ahead, like I said, subscribe if you new. Hit that notification. Got all hot content dropping soon. This is the last episode of History's Mysteries and Conspiracy Season 2. Got another series dropping soon. So, like I said, stay tuned. I also be on Twitch. Twitch name ANT_GGE. Follow me on Twitter, ANT_303. All of that. You all got all the shameless plugs out the way. We still got a couple more minutes left in the video, but it's all good. Lately, I talk a little bit about the gameplay. I've been playing a lot of 2K22 lately, as y'all could tell, and this is me and me playing. This is not me and somebody else playing. I'm sure y'all could probably tell it's not the best. It's not the most competitive gameplay. I'm trying to have a great or a decent match. Not a great. It doesn't need to be a 5-star match. It's only for the light heavyweight title, X-Pac and Xavier Woods don't need to be putting on 5-star matches at Raw. You know, nice little 3.5 stars. You know, keep it cool. Nice competitive. Sometimes the hit detection, as you could tell, is a little off. But other than that, it's a great looking game. It's kind of counterintuitive because I created a whole bunch of stuff and then figured out that you had to, if you want to use my universe or anything like that, then you got to recreate it in that mode. And I'm just like, no, I'm not trying to spend hours on end doing all this. But other than that, I've been having fun with it. Been taking a little break from Call of Duty first-person shooters. Took a little break from Madden, NBA, just because I don't know what it is about sports games nowadays, man. They just be money hungry. The ads are annoying. It just feels like... Let me just say that 2K is a lot better than Madden. Madden is... I don't even know if you can call that a game. They've been recycling Madden 2021 for the last 2 years, except with a roster update, pretty much, is what it feels like. But that's neither here nor there. I don't like complaining about games that I play. You feel me? Because I do have fun with it at times. It's just sometimes I need to take a break. Cause sometimes it be bullshitting. But got Midnight Suns Let's Plays coming up soon. I'll probably be streaming that this weekend. Either that or I really want to get back into Ragnarok, but I don't want to get back into it until they have a photo mode, because I love photo modes in games. That's one of the saving graces of Gotham Knights. But I'm all over the place. I feel like I've talked about hella games, but could live commentary this, I guess. It's for the light heavyweight title. We got Xavier Woods and X-Pac. Xavier Woods, part of the New Day. X-Pac, obviously a part of The Click, which is Kevin Nash, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Scott Hall. They are all wrestling for the Raw brand. I did a little draft by myself, WWE, WCW, and ECW, so you'll see those arenas most of the time when I play. I be running shows by myself, but you know, my sister basically called it modern day action figures, which I really like that. I don't know why, but it was pretty dope, because it's pretty much what I was doing. I just had 2 controllers and was trying to make a decent match, not like, you know, pressing the same buttons over again, but actually have, you know, telling a story, having some chemistry. I know you can't do promos or nothing, but you know, just the best I could. Put on a decent match. X-Pac going up top. What's he planning for? Xavier Woods? Oh my gosh. He's going to do a superplex. Oh no, Xavier Woods fighting out of it. Making X-Pac pay. Oh my gosh, he went high risk. He paid for it. Xavier Woods. Oh my gosh, Xavier Woods goes high risk and he pays for it as well. X-Pac. Crossface chicken wing. And again, side note, I don't know why they got X-Pac with a chicken wing. I'm going to have to change his, maybe because it's the Bronco Buster and you got to do it in the corner, but the chicken wing, bro, come on, you didn't do like a kick or nothing like that. I know he's from Minnesota and they do submissions out there, but X-Pac ain't never been a submission. Anyway, we got Xavier Woods on the comeback. Xavier Woods, what's he gonna do? He's gonna set up something big in the corner, it looks like. Getting ready. Oh, X-Pac, watch out. New Day. Oh my gosh, front flip. And X-Pac, he misses. X-Pac, oh my gosh, catches him off guard. X Factor. Could he get him for the pin? 1, 2, 3. Yes, sir. X-Pac, new light heavyweight champion. It's been your boy, Agent. Oh, damn. Not even Agent no more, but it's been your boy, ANT, repping the Game Gang. Like I said, like, subscribe, comment on what your opinion on is the Voynich Manuscript. Maybe a conspiracy theory I cover in the future. Be safe. Don't get smoked. I'm out. Peace.